All right, so I just want to share a couple of the things that I've done for spinal cord, and actually that were done for me by a chiropractor that I first saw right after this happened to me. Um, and right away, he was using a TENS machine on the area of impact. And again, I've been posting that I've had great success with that in using it during a meditation, along with cannabis as medicine. So again, I was using Rick Simpson oil, which is cannabis extract. One of the syringes filled with it usually lasts me about 3 months. And now I have seen that even in the spinal cord injury walkers group that I'm a part of, doctors have been prescribing that to spinal cord injury patients, and they have seen the same results that I received. So that makes me very happy. Again, the TENS machine that I purchased is from Amazon, and it's the TENS 7000. It's not super expensive, and you can get rechargeable batteries for it. And I just apply the little sticky pads to my T7, the impact location, and then also my C5, and I set it for about 50 minutes. I'm setting it on a setting that is a little bit more aggressive than I think otherwise would be used, but it's allowing me to really connect to that part of my body. And it hasn't brought sensation completely back into my lower limbs, but it has made a difference as far as different sensations coming back, different part of my body seeming to be activated by using this consistently. And when this first happened to me, I was a miracle ambulating because I wasn't walking the way that I ever did before. But something that was the same was that the chiropractor that I saw, who was a physical therapist, and I saw him for in May and June of 2020, right after this occurred to me. And he was putting that TENS machine on me for a period of time that was about 40 minutes in the impact site, and allowing me to just sit with that on my body in a calm setting. And then he also did some ambulatory exercises with me. And I wanted to show one of them because this one is a really good one to build your core and your upper body too. So I just want to share that he shared this with me. This was not an exercise I did regularly before that. Most of the other exercises he gave me, I was already doing through yoga or movement or whatever I was capable of. But I just wanted to make a post about the cannabis extract, also called Rick Simpson oil, and how I was taking it when this first occurred, the TENS machine playing a huge piece in it, the setting and the placement. And then this exercise. Now, if you can stand, then you want to do it standing, and if not, then you can do it like this on your knees. Because again, right after this happened, and for most of that summer, and then the fall, and then the winter, if I wasn't trying to stay ambulatory, I was on the ground quite frequently like this. When I played with my dog, I stayed on the ground like this. If I ambulated too far with my walking stick, I needed to go into prayer pose like this because I didn't have a choice. Having two sticks has been amazing for that, because it's been the difference between me needing to fall down and go into prayer pose multiple times a day to get my spine back into place. Right there, that's it popping. I don't know if you could hear that, but and then of course trying to get back up when I was ready. Having my dog motivated me greatly to keep moving because nobody was going to come and get her for me, so it gave me a reason to kind of get moving. It also, could be really challenging and difficult because she's an elderly blind dog and I'm a crippled woman, but we did our best. So if you cannot stand, then do it like this, and you just want to kind of like roll your body out. So you're holding your hands on the ball and you try to keep your body in a good position. And again, muscle memory played a huge part in this, as well as the fact that I was a non-performing athlete, a belly dancer, an avid mountain hiker for fun. So again, just roll out until you are about flat with the ball as far as you can, and you're rolling up into your elbows. And then when you're kind of in this position, you want to come back. If you can do it standing, then you're going to lift the ball above your head. You're going to bring it down to the ground, do a forward fold, and then you're going to do the same thing. And you want to roll forward so that you can rest your arms on the ball. And then you're going to come out into like a plank pose and really focus on your core and then you're going to come back and roll up. Now this does hurt quite a lot, especially in the impact site. This hurts me a lot, but I was still able to do them, and I think that the benefit, depending on if you're about to go into spasm. So again, for people like me, the issue is listening to your physical body. Again, at one point I asked the doctor in August of 2020, what are the signs and symptoms of overdoing it for spinal cord injury? Like, let me know if I've physically gone too far, because I will do too much. And it is definitely, especially if you are using cannabis extract, it's when you start to have stomach pain, then you need to stop. Obviously, if you start to have uncontrollable spasms, and if you start to walk like in a way that's painful and awkward, then you know that you've gone too far, and that means you need to stop. And no matter what, you need to either sit down and take a break. If you have somebody there that can help you, that's obviously ideal, because you can be like, hey, I've really overdone it, and then they can help you. But if you're alone, then you just have to really be mindful. So I will answer that question for anybody, because my doctor didn't have a clue. And again, also missed that right side body numbness, or as it was put in my ER visit report in August of 2020, thoracolumbar radiopathy, which means from the impact site down was numb, and had pain. That's Brown-Séquard syndrome. So the answer to my question to my doctor would have been, you are already experiencing the warning signs and symptoms, which was the inability to eat because of neurogenic bowels, and that pain that was right here, because it was telling me that autonomic dysreflexia was occurring. So when you get to that point, if you don't have anybody with you, I would recommend immediately getting icy hot Tiger Balm biofreeze on the impact site. So again, mine is from blunt force trauma, so it's hard to explain what would occur otherwise, but you can try it either way. So wherever that injury is, wherever it kind of stopped working, or where it's most noticeable or the pain is, then you place that ointment there. Get a heating pad on that site, the impact site, or wherever the site is. And then make sure that you're sitting up. You can hug your knees into your chest if that's helpful. And if it's hard for you to keep that position because the pain is too bad, then wrap them. Take a scarf, wrap around your body so that your legs are kind of forced to stay in that position, and then just stay upright. Do some breathing if you can. Try to distract yourself. This is where like media can be helpful, because you just need to distract yourself long enough to get through that really hard moment. And then when you can, if you can do some sort of a bridge pose, it would be really helpful as well to reset. And then definitely take nettles and burdock tea, because that's going to help your inner organs. And take those 3 to 5 tablespoons of either safflower oil, avocado oil, sesame oil, if it's to do with neurogenic bowels. And make sure you give yourself a good abdomen massage as well. And if you can, get that TENS machine on you. But again, before, I would have never been able to get the TENS machine pads positioned and been able to do all of those things before. It was just really unbearable. So if you've pushed it too far like I used to, then you really need to pull it back as quick as possible. Heat is a great reset. Hot water is a great reset. There's all of these things that you can do that are great resets. But I wanted to share that exercise too, because even though it really does hurt and it puts me into spasm, it can work a lot of the areas of your body that are necessary. And again, I was a non-performing athlete, a mountain hiker, a belly dancer, a ballet dancer from the time I was a year and a half. I've been a dancer my whole life, and always worked my physical body. When I worked at the bar, I used to carry the big ice on my left shoulder upstairs in my 6-inch heels. So again, you know, physical labor, I knew how to hold my body thanks to yoga and learning it when I was 23, and thanks to my dance background and my hiking background and my running background and my active lifestyle. I was really able to stay ambulatory. But again, the problem is that we take extra care because we will push too far, which is still dangerous. And that's the issue here, is like, it's life-threatening. Autonomic dysreflexia is not a joke. It's life-threatening. So, you know, when you've pushed yourself too far, that's too late. That's too far. Like, that's, you've done too much if you're getting into that state too much. And again, I lost consciousness and left my body 7 times from that over the course of about a year and a half. So it was really scary for me. And I went down to 101 pounds, which was also really scary for me, from 117 in May of 2020 to 101 pounds October of 2020. It was very scary for me. But I am doing my best to navigate this and manage it now, and to speak up about it and to speak out about it and to try to help as many people as possible. And I cannot explain to you how happy I am to hear that doctors are prescribing the same medicine that I used in the amount that I recommended to patients who are having the same benefits and gains that it gave me. So I'm really happy about that.